Wave 2017 is unbelievably crazy. What's wrong, Doc? Oh, you won't believe it. Kennedy has endorsed a Republican.
That happened like 2 weeks ago.
Breakdancing is in the Olympics. It's crazy mayhem. Oh, that's heavy. I'm going to have to put that on Twitter. No, it's not called Twitter anymore. It's called the X. What? It's craziness. It's 2017. Let me prove it. What? What?
I'm tying my shoe.
See? Oh, my gosh. We got to go. Doc, what about AI? AI. Where we're going, we don't need Haley Joel Osment. Come on.
That movie came out in 2001.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Here we are, season number 8, everybody. So glad to be here. Tell everybody your name.
Welcome. I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English. We welcome you to Daily Flash. We got a whole hour here as we kick off season number 8. We also have this lunatic over here, Matt Doolittle. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Matt Doolittle
Yes.
there too. Oh,
Hello.
you're dressed up today.
Yeah, we're a tie for the fancy day.
Very cool.
Tucked in my shirt
I
and everything.
forgot what it was for, but 9. All right, here we go.
Ready, rock and roll. We can totally dig that. You can't believe it. It's been 8 years. We love putting on this show for you, making sure that your day is great.
Yeah.
All the trending news and entertainment that you want. If you think about this, when the show started back, let's go all the way back to say 2017 or so. The big controversy back there, even still now, was the Harvey Weinstein Me Too movement. Went through, so you can think how far we've kind of gone through that.
Of course.
Another big thing was in the year 2017 was the solar eclipse, where it was going to take over from all the way up to South Carolina to Oregon, taking it over. Everybody was getting the glasses and
Dropped
that sort of
the phone from the top of a tower. Watching the eclipse.
Watching the eclipse, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just remember that. Yeah.
Really? The Royal
Lighthouse. We were at the top of the lighthouse
Lighthouse.
at New Smyrna Beach, and we were on the top taking pictures,
Is
and the
that
phone.
right? Did it survive?
Barely.
Barely, but
Yeah,
okay.
but
Well,
it
it says
survived,
something
yeah.
at least. The royal engagement, Harry and Meghan had got engaged.
Oh, how's that going?
Interesting. Yeah.
He says he's going to get some cash, so at least
Yes,
he's going to be
that's
doing
right.
it, right? I think the big thing as far as just laughable moments, and it turned into a documentary and everything, was the Big Fire Music Festival. Do you remember this?
Yes.
Oh, that was then? That
Yes.
doesn't seem like that long ago.
No,
but
it doesn't.
Wow.
This is the whole thing where you went out to an island, $12,000 for tickets, and people were just stranded out there living in tents.
In
And
the tents that
Cheese
weren't even
sandwiches.
available. And cheese
yes.
sandwiches, yeah.
And then Matt just started puberty. That's just good. That was
Yeah,
great for you, Matt.
still working on
Was
one
he
of
a
them dropping.
sophomore in high school?
He was a sophomore in high school.
Okay.
And Wonder Woman was really big in the box office too.
Oh, how about that? I found another one I
Yeah,
thought was
please.
interesting. March 30th, SpaceX conducted the world's first reflight of an orbital class rocket.
Is that when so they can land
The
again?
first time, yeah. So they did that. I mean, that was
It's
in 2017.
2017. You think
Think
about that.
about what SpaceX has done since then. It's incredible.
So much so, our show's based in Orlando, so it's like, oh yeah, there's rocket launch.
Yeah.
And if you thought about that, like back, even the early 2000s, how spectacular of a thing it is.
Yeah.
Now it's an everyday thing that's
Occurrence,
occurrence
yeah.
that's going on through there. So anyway, and then we had no idea about the pandemic.
Oh,
2017,
God, those were
the
the
age of
days.
innocence, right?
yes.
So if you were back there with us back then, we thank you for sticking around with us, but we're so glad to have you
Yeah.
here. And I know the camera guys, they look excited.
Oh,
You
they're
guys
stoked.
They're stoked.
Well, they've been
Your
behind the
cat-
camera
tattoo
since
back.
2017.
That's what they've been doing. Yeah.
so-
We need to move them around a little bit, get them going. All right, so
stuck in their
welcome
ways.
aboard.
Yes.
We're so glad to have you here. Here's to another great 8 years, maybe even 80 years, who knows. Let's jump into some of the things that folks are talking about, politics.
Yeah.
And you thought it was really bad here in the United States and it gets really ugly. You need to think again. Check this out. A televised debate between rivals for mayor of Brazil's biggest city. It just went into chaos when one candidate just, there he goes, boom, hit another with a chair.
ECW.
Look at that.
ECW.
The candidate, he's a known TV host, was kicked out of the debate after he got into it with one of the other 5 hopefuls who questioned his manhood. That's not means don't go after the victim.
You don't do that in Brazil.
Not in Brazil. The victim was carted off. He had a bruised rib. Remaining candidates actually continued on with the debate. The victim, a virtual pretty much unknown, has been making all the headlines, giving him an unusual boost in the polls. And it seems like because people, I think, shoot for the underdog. That's probably what it is. And it's like, you're picking on this guy, and who is he? And now more and more people know who he is.
I point the finger at reality television for all this nonsense.
I think you should.
Because somehow, some way, people have decided that it's okay to do this kind of behavior. When it is not okay.
Guys, we've had our politicians get into it. Look, Donald Trump's in the WWE Hall of Fame.
He is.
Jesse Ventura, who was a former wrestler in the Hall of Fame, was also a governor. So we've had some politicians here throw some chairs.
But I think it's getting to be the norm, is because they know that, first off, that they can. Well, I'll give you the example between Nixon and Kennedy, the debate when it was on radio. People back then were listening to the radio. They think Nixon won, but then on camera, everybody said Kennedy didn't win because he was very demure and the way he was photogenic and the way he was answering his questions.
And Nixon was sweating, so they could see a difference between what they heard over the radio and what they saw on television.
So if they see that and they see somebody that's just, very pumped up and excited about something as a candidate, or even the other person, as we just mentioned, about the fact that he was virtual and unknown and the underdog, if you will, then people will learn more and more about it. It's the decorum that you wish that was still there. It just seems like it's going away.
I just think common decency's kind of gone out the window when it comes to just the way people behave and act these days, whether it's on social media, on Facebook. Some of this behavior I see on social media is still outrageous. And then you see these reality shows and it's sort of like they normalize this kind of behavior, which is not normal.
And it's low-hanging fruit. And I wish they would know that it's like, you kind of appreciate the people that take the high road and that high road humor. I know I do as I get older. It's like, okay, I can get, you're just trying to get clicks.
It's a moment, I think, for whether it's a celebrity or a politician maybe or a lawmaker to come forward and say enough is enough.
I think
we kind of have to hit the reset button. That would be my thinking.
And then I look at Will Smith going up and hitting Chris Rock. And no charges filed.
No.
And
then they gave him a freaking Oscar award. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
And has anybody ever been at a dinner party where they flip the table and start throwing wine at each other? I mean,
no, but I'd like to.
I'd like to be at one of those, actually.
Not that I can remember.
Yeah, because that's not normal. That's the thing, is that is not acting normal. And we don't want to move the level of normality any lower or higher ever you want to look at it.
But it does sort of infuriate you when you see the Will Smith example. Not only is that behavior okay, but then he's awarded, a half hour later with a statue. And it's just like, are you kidding me?
I'm all about rehabilitation. Just take responsibility right when it happened, not when you can spin it to make it look good and that sort of thing. Take responsibility.
Absolutely. One college football fan was eating crow after making fun of the kicker's job. On a recent episode of ESPN's College Game Day, a fan named Joshua scored a spot on Pat McAfee's kicking contest with $120,000 on the line. Here it goes. Oh, he shanks it. After telling McAfee that he had never kicked a football before, Watson said, I'm going to make it because it's easy. But Watson's shoe made it further than the ball. He shanked the kick, and his right shoe went flying into the air as the ball went left. Worst kick of all time, McAfee said in the immediate aftermath. This kid sucks. Each week, McAfee picks one fan and challenges them to make a 33-yard kick for a cash prize that increases as the season continues.
All right. And, the kicker, they're always making fun of the kicker. It's like, it's not big deal. But my nephew, he is actually a kicker on his football team. And he's actually won a few of the games because of the fact that he can do it. And a lot of times that happens, and they don't get the credit some of the time.
Yeah. Pat's got a whole highlight reel online of when he was in the NFL tackling guys and stuff. So he wanted to go out there and hit, but he just happened to be really good at kicking.
So, kicking butt or whatever.
You look at the kicks these days, like in the NFL, it's like 50, 60 yards is now the norm, where, 30, 40 used to be like, wow, if you can make 30 or 40. And now it's like, it's just getting further and further and further.
I remember because of the book that I can't remember the guy's name, but he played for the Saints and he had a half a foot. It was cut off or whatever. And he was a punter and he got it. It was like the world's record for the longest field goal. So it took a long time for them to break it, as you just mentioned. It keeps on getting further and further. We have got more Daily Flash coming up right around here on our season opener.
Believe it or not, about 136 million people in the U.S. have been diagnosed with diabetes or prediabetes, and 80% of those with prediabetes are unaware of their condition. Here with more is Dr. Thomas Grace with the Blanchard Valley Diabetes Center. Welcome, doctor.
Thank you, Matt, for having me.
So why is National Glucose Awareness Week so important?
There's over 136 million people in the United States with either prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. That's a staggering 1/3 of the U.S. population. And over 80% of people with prediabetes, or more than 20% of people with type 2 diabetes, are unaware that they even have this condition. We know that glucose, or in layman's terms, sugar, is very important to our overall metabolic health. And there's a lot of people that are unaware of the conditions that they have.
So are there tools available to monitor your glucose levels?
Yeah, there's a brand new over-the-counter glucose biosensor available to us called Stelo. Stelo is a patch that you wear on the outside of your arm that continuously gives you your glucose readings. And what that enables the end person to do is to, in real time, see what affects their glucose readings, really bridging that gap of knowledge that people lack that don't know that they have the disease.
Seems like a great tool. Where can we go for more information, doctor?
Yeah, I would encourage everybody to go to getglucoseaware.com. It's a website that we put up for Glucose Awareness Week. And there's a ton of information on there, some fun videos, some calls to action, step activity, and at the very end, you may win some prizes.
Thanks for all that information, doctor. We'll make sure we have this on our website at dailyflashshow.com.
Okay, fantastic. You know, it's been said that our intuition actually acts as a personal guidance system, and it's when on point, it actually can lead us to the right choices in life, love, as well as our personal well-being. Joining us now with more on diving into our intuition is psychic therapist and spiritual teacher Vincent Jenna. Vincent, welcome back to Daily Flash. We love having you on. For those that might not know, explain quickly what a psychic therapist actually is and does.
Well, I get to see the past, present, and future of anybody's life as well as the world. And so as a therapist, I have my psychotherapy degree too. So I put those together and I'm both psychic and psycho.
And you have the best attitude ever. We love it. Let's start off obviously with the basics. Tell us what intuition is. Is it more than just, like a gut feeling? We always say that, like, man, I knew my gut. I should have done this. Is that what intuition is?
Well, that's where you feel it because it comes through your solar plexus in actuality. But every single human has intuition. Actually, we had intuition before we were human, as spirits, as souls. Our intuition is what connects us to all the answers, all the collective unconscious mind, as Carl Jung coined it. So it guides us, yes, in its absolute. We always have it. And Mitch, guess what? It's always on point. It's the left brain thinking that gets in the way of it.
I see. I'm a Libra, so I think things out too much, and that's the problem. Like, I get to a stop sign, it's left and right. So, obviously, we all want to live our best life. How can that intuition actually, help us do that?
Without a doubt, Mitch. Now, here is the thing. Everybody can develop their intuition. I, as a psychic, have developed my intuition to a higher level, and I pay attention and listen to it. It's that inner voice. It's that inner knowing. It's even coming to us visually, that inner ear that our brain has. It hears things, and it's that little whisper in the ear. You know, when you're driving down the road and you're not paying attention, really. You're just driving automatically, and all of a sudden something tells you to look to the right, and there's a car coming over to the side, and you go, whoa, oh man, it's a good thing that I looked over there. Well, that was your intuition quickly speaking to you to tell you to watch out for danger ahead. And now you can actually guide your intuition with directed questions, Mitch. And if we just take the time to listen, everybody would hear their intuition better. But you know what winds up happening?
What's that?
So let's say I'm getting ready to go to a party tonight, right? And I just get this inner feeling that I really shouldn't go, and maybe I'm hesitant, and I'm going, you know what? Instead of going to the party, I wanted to go. I'm supposed to stop there with that feeling, but no, then the left brain kicks in and turns around and says, no, that's silly. Go to the party. That's okay. You're going to have a blast. So now I'm at the party. There's a little ruckus going on. A couple of people get into a little fight or something and fall down on the table. The table falls down on me. I break my leg. I walk out of there saying, oh, I'm always so unlucky. Why does that always happen to me? But meanwhile, I was being told to do something else rather than to go there, or to go down this road instead of that road to avoid a car accident ahead. All of those things happen 24/7. Even in your sleep, you're getting intuitive thoughts in your dreams, Mitch.
All right, so people that the naysayers are going to say, no, it's because, your brain thinks more than you actually think, and your peripheral saw that car. That's the reason why. Okay, I'm sure there's some of that there as far as logic, but is there a way we can actually balance the world with that logic and the data and the intuition? And if so, explain that.
Yes, you will always get a gut feeling first before you have a thought. The thought, the intellect, and the intuition are two greatest gifts. So the feeling comes in first, and then the intellect is there to help label it, Mitch. So what you want to do is you want to balance it out and always go with what you feel in your gut. As everybody says, it will always start in the gut as not only an emotional feeling, as a thought internally, but a physical feeling. That's how you know it's intuition versus a left brain thought. Left brain thoughts can give us headaches. Intuition always allows us to feel something physically. Your body will let you know, and as long as you follow that, Mitch, you can't go wrong. Stop thinking everything through so much.
I love it. My gut feeling says we're going to have you back there, Vincent. How about that? We love hearing from you. And, of course, you want to find out more about this and other topics, of course, as well as Vincent. You can check out his website. It's vincentjenna.com. Thank you, Vincent. After a spaceship wreck, an intelligent robot called Roz is stranded on an uninhabited island. Well, to survive the harsh environment, Roz bonds with the island's animals and cares for an orphan baby goose. It's a great story with a whole lot of heart. It's The Wild Robot, and it's coming to theaters. I got a chance to sit down and chat with the star of the animated film, as well as its director.
Goslings imprint on the first thing they see. Which would be you? You're his mother now.
I do not have the programming.
No one does. He needs to swim and fly.
Swimming's easy. I can teach him the way my mom taught me. Swim!
How powerful are animated features, I guess, to teach a lesson? Explain that.
Very. Animated films have an unusual ability to reach emotional places efficiently, quickly, and effectively. They also have this quality that endures.
Yeah.
And it's all about how we relate to them. It's different. My dad said once, and I always remembered this. He said, you put a photograph on the wall and you look at it, and eventually you might stop looking at it. But if you put a painting or a drawing on your wall, you can look at it forever.
I'm going to look at paintings different now. That's actually a very good point.
You are not easy to find. You are defective. I feel fine. You should not feel anything at all.
I mean, you nailed it.
Oh,
right?
thank you.
No, it was great. It was awesome.
Thank you.
And because you can speak 4 different languages, did you use some of that, maybe from each different culture or dialect to do the I'm going to call her the Roz voice?
No, but you know what? I did get a Swahili word in there.
Oh, you did?
Yes. The when she says hello in different languages,
yes.
I got a Swahili word in there. The Swahili
that.
way of saying hello, yeah.
What was one message that you would want people to feel that they got from this film?
That kindness is a force.
Yeah.
That's what she's programmed to be. She's programmed to be of help. And even as she adapts to this island and takes on new behaviors, she never loses that essence. And so I think another lesson is that adaptation does not necessarily lead to annihilation.
Okay.
Damn, that was good.
Listen, we are getting very philosophical. I'm loving this. Bars, right?
Bars on bars on bars.
Sometimes, to survive, we must become more than we were programmed to be. I will protect all of you.
You are ordered to return home.
I am already home, and I am a wild robot.
It's in theaters September 27th. It also stars Pedro Pascal, Catherine O'Hara, and Mark Hamill. You can find more info on thewildrobotmovie.com. By the way, Chris Anders, the director, he did the voices for Stitch.
Really?
I asked him if there's any voices here in this movie. He said he
No.
stepped back. He did that, and he's mentioned he wanted to change the way the animation did, and some of that technology has gone so far they had to go back to learn more, and it was actually good. It was like hand-drawn. Everything was hand-drawn.
It looks beautiful.
It tells a great story,
Yeah.
too. Really, really cool.
Well, the fall travel season is here, and a shoulder season that I didn't even know was a thing that typically means less crowds and more savings are compared to the busy summer and holiday months. Travel expert Janine Tornatori is here to give us those last-minute travel tips. Welcome, Janine.
Hi, great to be here.
Janine, let's start with where travelers should be considering a trip this time of year.
Yeah, this is the time of year when you want to go to those places that were hotspots during the summer or that are going to be in their high season during the winter. So think coastal destinations, mountain ski towns, even cities this time of year can be a great option. I love Canada during the fall. It's absolutely beautiful. The weather is perfect. Cities like Toronto have so much going on. Great properties like the W Toronto, which is one of my favorites. And then Orlando, of course, that's a big summer hotspot. This is time of year you want to go, staying at some great off-park properties like the Orlando World Center Marriott. You can find a lot of savings there.
I've stayed at the World Center Marriott here in Orlando, and it's fantastic. So you say fall is a good season to use reward points, right?
Yeah, this is one of the most advantageous times of the year to use those points you have been saving. And I love programs like Marriott Bonvoy because you're not only using those points for hotel rooms, but you can use them for experiences as well in your destination. I recommend always sign up for the loyalty program right away because you're going to start reaping rewards from the very beginning. With Marriott Bonvoy, you get member-only rates once you sign up, and you also get free Wi-Fi when you stay.
Absolutely. Well, fall season sales are starting to pop up, and lodging is always an area where I look to save. Janine, where do these sales start?
Yeah, well, the shoulder season is a time of year when you're going to find a lot of great sales. And actually, Marriott Bonvoy has their fall flash sale that just launched. It's running September 25th through the 29th, so you can book right now. And this is going to give Marriott Bonvoy members savings of 20% on weekend stays at participating hotels from September 30th through November 1st. So basically, all fall long, you're going to be able to stay and save up to 20% if you're a Marriott Bonvoy member. So again, sign up to become a member.
Where can we go for more info?
Yeah, you're going to find this Marriott Bonvoy fall flash sale at marriottbonvoy.com/escapes.
Fantastic. Thank you, Janine. And we'll make sure we have this on our website at dailyflashshow.com.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. I am Mitch English.
Yes, he is. And I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment.
You know that whenever you go to a zoo here in the United States and you see a panda in the zoo, a panda watch, if you will,
Yeah.
They're all owned by China.
Yes.
And it's interesting. There's another panda story controversy, if you will, coming out. So you think,
know where you're
well, all the
going with it.
pandas
Yeah.
it should be in China. Well, this is do you remember this happening? I think like 6 months ago or
Yes.
something like that. Well, it's happened again. So you go to the zoo in China, home of the pandas, right?
Home of the pandas.
And people are like, boy, that panda looks kind of weird, man. It's like it's barking. They are painting. They got busted again for painting one of those chow dogs, black and white, and trying to pass them off as pandas. As pandas ought to, and then the dog will start it's a dog and start barking. It's like, pandas bark? I had no idea about that. Anyway, they're saying, I don't know if maybe they got too many out on loan, but they also know because pandas are such a revered thing in China that every zoo wants them, and that's how they bring people to the zoo all together. So it's kind of weird that they would use dogs.
Wouldn't you think like there would be some sort of Chinese curse for like trying to pass off a dog as a panda in your own country?
I would think so. You would hopeful, and then what if they sent one of those over here? We go, this is a dog.
Did you see the pandas at the Washington Zoo
I
when
did
they
not.
were here? I did. I got to see them, and it was amazing to see them. You know, you're just like, wow, these creatures are incredible.
And they're black and they're white.
Yeah.
Yeah,
together, and the little panda babies are actually, aren't they like pink when they
Pink,
first come
yeah.
out?
And then, of course, they can tear you to shreds,
yeah,
but they
people
look
forget that.
adorable from behind glass.
So next time, if you see a panda, I think you're okay in the United States. Anywhere else in the world, you might want to
Double
ask,
check.
are we sure that's a panda?
When you just spray paint a raccoon, you're kind of close enough.
Yeah, actually true.
You could, I
These are
guess. But
miniature
yes, if
pandas.
you see the pictures online, you can tell it's like a fluffy face with the black eyes, and it's painted, and it's.
And what about the poor
I
dogs?
know.
I
Like,
feel
who's
bad.
doing that behind
Panda injustice, I'm calling it right now.
Right.
Where is PETA when
Yes.
you need them?
Stop spray painting chows.
Not right. If you thought politics in the U.S. was ugly, think again. Check this out. A televised debate between rivals for mayor of Brazil's biggest city descended into chaos when one candidate hit another with a chair. Here it comes.
Jeez.
Kaboom. The
Jerry,
candidate,
Jerry.
a no TV host, the candidate here, was kicked out of the debate after he got into it with one of the other 5 hopefuls who questioned his manhood. The victim was carted off with a bruised rib while the remaining candidates continued the debate.
Hold on. Look at the interpreter down at the bottom.
Yeah,
We're gonna have
let's
to
see,
watch
where
what
did
she.
it- Oh.
She's like, what?
Oh.
She's
How do I? Oh, and she hand up to the neck.
So
He's choking.
Apparently, in not American but Portuguese sign language,
Yes.
the hand around the throat means chair's about to come down on you.
Yes, of course. Victim, a virtual unknown, has been making all the headlines, giving him an unusual boost in the polls. Nice call on the interpreter there, man.
Here in the United States, they don't give them chairs. They make them stand like we make Matt over here. Well,
They did.
now you know why I do that. If I give Matt a chair, he'd be throwing it at me.
It's possible.
I know how to give you a good chair shot. I watch a lot of wrestling.
I know. You probably hit that podium.
That's even more. That's true. He does watch it. Is that a breakable podium?
Oh, it's definitely great.
Oh, it's breakable. Okay.
On my head, it would
Yes,
be.
of course it would be. Pop singer Katy Perry is under investigation for shooting her new music video on a sand dune preserve without permission. The government of Spain is looking into the production company and the potential damage they caused to the dunes, which are clearly marked with a barrier. The investigation is the latest problem for Perry. She's struggling to make a comeback following the disappointing release of her most recent single, Woman's World.
And so what do? You get half naked and you go on the beach. All right. So it's not, okay, and I'm going to say that we can't blame her. She's so far away from it. It's the production company.
Yeah.
But along with that, a lot of her, before she got big, it was in a family band. She was like the Partridge Family, because it was like religious.
Christian,
yeah.
Band? Yeah.
And for some reason, that's kind of surfacing, kind of popping up now, too.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what she used to look like. And then normally, I guess, when things are, your career going downward, they find stuff like that just to.
Right.
But even still, I mean, to watch her jumping around in a bathing suit's not a bad thing. So
she looks
just
gorgeous.
Get your permits to do
Yeah,
that,
just
right?
make sure it's clear.
Make sure it's
Didn't
clear.
Orlando Bloom get in trouble with his sandworm? So isn't it kind of the same thing?
Because they're married.
Because they're married.
I got the same.
I thought they were.
Are they divorced? I don't know. I know they were. September is Suicide Prevention Month, and veterans are nearly 2 times more likely to die by suicide than civilians. Right now, one organization is doing something to help veterans and their families. Check this out.
It's National Suicide Prevention Month, and once again, Cohen Veterans Network, the nonprofit network of mental health clinics for post 9/11 veterans, service members, and their families, have launched a special initiative to help.
Veterans are 1.7 times more likely to die by suicide than their civilian counterparts, with the highest risk occurring during their transition from military service. So to bring awareness to this critical period, we've launched Mind the Gap, Preventing Suicide After Service. It's a campaign that provides strategies and resources for suicide prevention.
Neil Walden says each year approximately 200,000 men and women transition from U.S. military service to civilian life. The year following military service has been called the Deadly Gap, a period in which the veteran suicide rate is 2.5 times the rate among active duty military personnel. Reaching out to individuals during their transition can have a meaningful impact.
The transition from military service can be filled with opportunity. It can be a really exciting time for many veterans as they face the next chapter in their life. However, some veterans may also face significant challenges during this period due to loss of camaraderie, a loss of sense of purpose, employment and financial stress, and maybe coping with unmet mental health challenges and conditions. The convergence of such challenges can result in elevated suicide risk, particularly for those who exit the military on short notice or without a plan in place. In addition to therapy, CVM provides comprehensive case management services, which can support transitioning veterans and all clients with potential stressors such as unemployment, finances, housing, and more.
As part of the campaign, the network has created a new interactive tool that individuals can utilize for a proactive approach to suicide prevention. Speak Up How to Address Concerns About Suicide provides suggestions about what to say and do if a loved one is exhibiting signs of emotional distress.
This tool is available for free. It's important that we get behind the issue of suicide and work together to bring these numbers down.
To learn more, visit cohenveteransnetwork.org/suicide prevention.
A trip to Portugal is more affordable than a trip to France, Italy, or Greece. Here's more.
European destinations like Greece and Italy have long been popular with American tourists, but emerging insider favorites like Portugal offer much to be discovered. Jackie Marks has more.
Portugal is the perfect city and sea vacation. Tour the cultural sites of Lisbon by tuk-tuk or experience the breathtaking vineyards in Douro Valley. Plus, visit gorgeous beaches like Madeira, known as the Hawaii of Europe, and home to our newest hotel, Dreams by Hyatt Inclusive Collection.
Portugal has risen from a little-known European country into a premier international destination. U.S. air carriers have increased flights into Portugal in 2024, making it easier to get to than ever.
Let a trusted travel advisor take the stress out of planning and curate the perfect itinerary that fits your budget. Portugal is one of the most affordable European destinations, particularly when you're working with a destination expert.
For more information on how to book an exceptional European getaway with ALG Vacations, visit traveladvisorsgetyouthere.com.
Well, up next, there's finally hope to lower medication costs, especially for the older generation. Check this out.
For the first time in history, Medicare has the power to negotiate lower drug prices for seniors. Last month, the final negotiated prices were announced for the first round of drugs that are among the costliest and most widely used medications on the market.
Lowering healthcare costs is an important way to address the high cost of living. Seniors will finally see an end to the broken system that allows big drug companies to charge whatever they want for life-saving medications.
To learn more, visit protectourcare.org.
The back-at-school season can be a significant transition for both children and parents. Here's registered dietitian Mia Sin with more.
The back-to-school season is a busy time of year, and I've partnered with a few brands to help make it a little bit easier and healthier. First, for lunch, turn to Lunchables. They are a convenient, affordable, stress-free option that can help make mealtime easy and fun while also fueling kids through the day. They're available nationwide in these conveniently packaged single-serve kits, which are perfect for lunch boxes. Now, back-to-school season is also a great time for the whole family to hone in on their health and wellness. And Solgar's new age-defying nutrition line of supplements is powered by clinically studied ingredients to help support joints, muscles, memory, hair, skin, and eyes. You can find them at the Vitamin Shop stores and vitaminshop.com. And for a wholesome after-school snack that kids will love, turn to Farm Rich, which is one of America's favorite frozen snack brands. Everyone loves their mozzarella sticks, which are made with real mozzarella cheese, so they contain protein and calcium. For more, you can head to my website, nutritionbymia.com.
You know, it has been a challenging year for the agricultural economy. John Deere sharing some insight into what this means for the company's future and its commitment to the United States manufacturing.
Over the past 5 years, John Deere has spent over $2.5 billion in investing in its U.S. factories. John Deere employs over 30,000 people, distributed over 60 locations in 16 states.
This year, we're seeing lower commodity prices and increased interest rates. And as a result, our customers are choosing to delay some of their purchases of their new equipment. With this climate, we've had to make some really difficult decisions. Those decisions include layoffs in our production facilities and also reducing our salary workforce. But we do know that in the future, this whole economic downturn will turn around. But in the meantime, we've got to make those tough business decisions to ensure long-term success for our customers and our business. And some of those are also, what are we going to do to optimize manufacturing, as well as making sure that we're preparing for this reduced demand as well.
This is a great example of the investment that we've made here in Waterloo as we've optimized our tractor operations facility to breathe a brand new home of our new high horsepower 9R vehicle assembly line. So making room for the new tractor assembly line within our operations required us to make a lot of changes to our manufacturing layout. This included the consolidation of material storage areas, the relocation of departments within our facility, and the transfer of work from this unit to other John Deere factories. The best example of that will be our cab module being transferred from here in Waterloo to our cab manufacturing facility in Mexico, where they've been working in support of other vehicle factories since the 1950s. Having a new vehicle assembly line here in Waterloo is highly critical for the future stability of our operation. We rely heavily on our highly skilled U.S. employees from our local communities to safely deliver quality tractors that are the best in the world. So when it's time to build cutting-edge technology like this new 9RX, we built it right here in Waterloo.
Even though the calendar says fall, many of us aren't ready to say goodbye to summer just yet. That's why Tropicana wants to hold on to that summer feeling with its new Tropicana refreshers. Here's reality star Sierra Miller with more.
Wish summer would never end? You're not alone. Nearly 3 in 5 Americans want to hold on to that summer feeling just a little bit longer. I'm Sierra Miller, and I've teamed up with Tropicana to help you keep that summer state of mind with the new Tropicana Refreshers. Refreshingly delicious juice drinks made with real fruit juice and no artificial sweeteners. With flavors like pineapple mango, fruit punch, Tropicana Refreshers are perfect for everything from tropical cocktails to refreshing mocktails. So we came up with the golden hour. I love this drink. This is made with the pineapple mango Tropicana Refreshers. It's got rum, coconut water, lime juice, and mint leaves. This is a perfect poolside cocktail. And then we've also got a punch above mocktail, and this is the fruit punch Tropicana Refreshers. It's made with cherries, club soda, lime juice. For more tips and tricks on keeping a summer state of mind and some fun recipes, including 2 curated by yours truly, head over to Tropicana.com.
All right, we all have bad hair days, right? Well, celebrity hairstylist Cesar de Leon Ramirez has a few insider tricks on how to perfect some of his A-list looks all at home. Hey there, Cesar.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, I've been in the industry for 27 years now as a celebrity hairstylist. I've been blessed to work with some amazing clients like Ciara, Beyonce, J-Lo, Jennifer Hudson, Ariana Grande. I actually just got off tour with Karol G, who I've been touring with for the past 4 years. I've also have been working with one of my favorite beauty brands in the industry, Topic, for the past 3 years as an ambassador. So Topic is an amazing product that I've loved and I've used throughout my career for many years. I've always said that it's my secret weapon, and it's perfect for creating that snatch look. And Topics just actually released a new product called Fill Me In, and it's quickly become my new favorite product. It comes in a 3-in-1 mascara applicator with a dough tip. Again, it's a keratin fiber mixed with argan oil. So it comes in a really creamy consistency formula that's super easy to use, so anyone can use this product. The way that I like to use it is that I take my dough tip, put a little bit of product on there, and then I find wherever I really want to perfect that hairline, if I see, a little spot that's a little sparse, or if I see a little spot that has missing hair, that's where I dab on the product with the dough tip, and then I take the mascara wand and I brush it through just to blend it in, and you immediately see results. And what's really great about this product is that it's super easy to just throw in your bag and take it on the go with you. So Fill Me In comes in 4 different colors. It comes in black, dark brown, medium brown, and blonde. So it's really universal and can work on anyone. Even if you have curly hair or straight hair, it's perfect for anyone. So you can go on Amazon, order your Topic. You can go to CVS, you can go to Target, or even Ulta Beauty. And online, you can go to Topic.com and order your product as well.
Hey, as we had been mentioned throughout the show, it's an 8th season that we're on, and a lot of folks, maybe it's the first time you caught up, you want to learn more, well, we have a website for you.
We should do dailyflashshow.com. It's open 24/7. We also valet. Did you know?
Wow, yes.
Yeah, we valet. You just cruise on up and we'll take your car for you while you peruse our website. No problem.
Everything that you've seen on the show, you can see there in video form. But more importantly, we love hearing from you.
Yes.
So we have a call to action. We just want you to hit that button that says, hey, drop us a line, sound off. You do so, it sends us a message. We share it on the air, and anything that you might have seen, maybe even complain about, we welcome all of it.
Yeah, good stuff and bad stuff. We love to hear from you. DailyFlashShow.com.
KSA Entertainment is proud to produce and provide a robust collection of entertaining, uplifting, and timely content to broadcast, cable, and streaming platforms in the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico. KSA Entertainment. On point, on air.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Fall is a super busy time of year with school and the holiday season approaching. Here's lifestyle expert Joanne Butler with 2 simple things to make your life better. Hi, Joanne.
Thanks for having me. Well, the iconic chocolatier Ferrero Rocher launched their new dark hazelnut and crunchy salted caramel chocolate bar, which is just next level delicious. Screams me time. I love breaking that first piece, just smooth, creamy chocolate filling wrapped in a fine dark chocolate shell made with 55% cocoa, which is amazing. And this new flavor joins a portfolio of 4 other bars: milk, dark and white chocolate, and milk chocolate with almond. They also capitalized on National Read a Book Day, which was earlier this month, because a survey found that while people say reading is one of the ultimate solo pastimes, nearly half didn't finish a book last year. So they wanted to help us take a moment to celebrate ourselves, and they partnered with Storygraph, a book tracking platform that suggests fun fall reads that pair perfectly with their chocolate bars. I just love this idea. I think it's so cute just to help us remember to take time for ourselves in a decadent way. You can find all Ferrero Rocher chocolate bars online or in store. Now, next up, my best budget-friendly hair essentials for fall. Everyone always asks me what I use, and it's always Pantene. Just the best stuff at the best price points for keeping hair healthy and prep for the new season. And Costco has 2 wonderful collections: the all-new Pantene Essential Botanicals, which is derm-tested, sulfate-free, crafted with yummy things like jasmine, citrus, and Pantene's Pro Vitamin B5, and just gives you a gentle cleanse, super nourishing for just weightlessly soft, fuller-looking, healthy, shiny hair that lasts for up to 72 hours. And it's on sale now through October 27th. And then if your hair is in need of a little extra TLC, this is the Multitasker 10. Literally does 10 things for your hair in one, plus 10 times protection against damage, which is great as we head into the fall season. Both of these collections, again, at Costco stores and online at Costco.com. Just an amazing deal. And there you have it. 2 must-haves for fall. Don't miss them.
All right, thank you there, Joanne. That does it. A very special day, too, kicking off our season number 8. We're so glad to have you here. If you were there from the beginning, we appreciate you. If you just started watching us, thank you so much. We're going to deliver some trending news and entertainment to you every day.